So, oh, what's my book doing here? Hold on. Okay. So I got this fitted sheet to act as Thor's cape. I'll have to iron it, but I'll iron it later, not right now. And then I also got, because I'm doing the cape, cardboard. And I'll explain what that is for later, or maybe not, I don't know. I'll just do the process of it, and I'm gonna jump into this thing. Right, I'm gonna do this quickly because the last 3 times I've been interrupted, so here we go. Cardboard, cut out rectangle, draw like a semicircle, fit head, and then cutty, and just watch what I do now. So you should end up with a shape kind of like this, like a rainbow. I'm doing like the wider shoulder cape, so kind of like that. I am gonna trim up a little bit over here because it's going out too far back. But I'm doing the wider shoulder cape, so you do it based on which version you're doing. But yeah, just do any modifications you need to make it kind of ovalish. There's not much wrong you can go with this. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah, get that like rainbow shape. This part for the head, so it can sit in, and then this part will get attached to the other bits of the costume via the chest area. So I stand corrected. You want it to look more like this. It's okay if it's not completely straight on the top. The fabric will hide that. I mean, I didn't realize I needed to cut down that much. This is definitely always good to double check on the actual person, because otherwise it will be going really far out. So like with this on it, be like going really far off of their back, which you don't want. But yeah, the fabric will hide any imperfections, so it's okay if it's not perfect. So now I'm going to iron the fabric for the cape. So, obviously you need to use a bit to attach it, but this is kind of what the cape looks like. Move chair. So front and back. So, definitely very long, but his cape is long, so it's okay. Yeah, and you just need some staples to get it all together, so. I feel like Dracula. So Thor's costume is a lot of layers. So yeah, using a lot of this thinner craft foam. I actually need to go and get more, but I'm laying things on top of one another, and tracing out. A lot of eyeballing it, and yeah, just lots of layers to build up one thing. So I covered this, well, yeah, it needs to be like a slight blue, not a lot of blue, because I'm looking at that reference picture and it's kind of bluish, but not quite blue, because, you know, that's bluer than that. So, yeah, it looks bluer than it is because of the contrast. But when this is all silver and have it against other stuff, it won't look as blue. And this is what I've gotten so far. I've got nothing glued down, and I'm sorry that I didn't video anything else. It's mostly just eyeing it for this costume. I cut out little pieces, see what bits work, but do not. I need to I'm gonna start gluing all the silver bits to get what will be the silver bits together, and then I'll spray paint it. I need to know if they will work and whether or not I cut off stuff and all that jazz. But I need them all together now so that I know what to cut now. And yeah, so I'm gonna go and do that. And then, yep, I am ready to start spray painting. Oh no, don't blow away. That's annoying. This is why I went behind some walls so it wouldn't blow as much, because that would be bad. But yeah, for like the circular bits, I did heat form it a little bit. I forgot to get the camera though. All I did was heat it up and then kind of got a circular like lid and put them over that. You can use that like with a blow dryer, like I've been doing for a very long time. Or if you have a heat gun, use the heat gun. But yeah, now I'm going to spray paint. So this is it spray painted. But I really like how that looks. That looks awesome. I love it. I just have to wait for it to dry, which I'm sad about. I don't want to wait to dry. I want it to be dry now so I can start gluing all the stuff together. It's gonna look awesome. It's gonna be great. Okay, because my pieces need to air out, I'm out here in this sweltering hot garage. That's okay. I'm gonna start connecting all the pieces. I got these bits of Velcro to help add even more pieces. And hopefully I'll be able to get all the bits together, all like the breastplate area, and get the bits so you can connect it to the cape. Hopefully that will all get done today. I hope. We will see. You should have two shapes kind of like this, kind of like an hourglass kind of shape, but the top is kind of bigger. What I did is I did a rough draft on the craft foam itself, drew, and kind of half like that to make it sure both sides were even. And I cut that out, and then I traced it onto the next one. Yeah, it's kind of eyeing it kind of thing. So, yeah. All right, so I got these spray painted. They're for the arms. And so now, this is leftover red fabric from the Hawkeye. And so I'm going to take some of this as soon as I unfold it, because it's folded. And I'm going to use it because he has like a little bit of red fabric like around his arm like that, and then this is like on top of it. So need to first unfold all of this. Okay. And then I have measured like the part of his arm here, part of his arm here. So I have to make sure they'll fit on. Try to go a couple of 0.5 inches bigger than what you were intending, because yeah. So okay. And like I said, you just measure and cut. For Thor's hammer, I just cut out bits of rectangular bits of craft foam. I mean, you can make the rectangles a bit bigger, but it really doesn't matter. This is just like one piece of craft foam. I realized I didn't have enough for the bottom, but we'll see what I've got, work with that. So yeah. You should have this weird box, which isn't quite correct. If you glued it more properly than I did, good job, you can be done. But if not, you might want to get some dried foam clay and make it look pretty. And also, like I said, this would have been better a bit wider, but it is what it is. Because now you got a box. Yeah.
Okay, so I have done, I sanded it a bit. I put some of the dry foam clay on here. It didn't work out quite as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. I sanded it, and whatever bits you couldn't like properly sand or edit just how you want, that's okay. If there's like embellishes and stuff and blemishes, you can just make it into like battle damage when you paint it over. But yes, I also cut out a little sphere to go on the top because it has a little spear knobby thing on the top of it. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna hot glue that bad boy on, and then I'm gonna spray paint the hammer itself. And then I'm gonna figure out what to do with the handle. So that's catch you up with what has happened with the hammer. I have finished with the first coat, and like legitimately it only took like a few seconds, like less than a minute. So yeah, now I'm gonna start working it. This bit needs to dry so I can spray paint the bottom and do any touch-ups. And then whilst waiting, I'll work on the arm bracers. So I have this leftover heart from like when I was doing my Loki helmet, and I realized one part of it works perfectly for the handle of Mjolnir. And so if you don't have this, you could use like a toilet paper roll, but the toilet paper roll may not be skinny or long enough. So that's why I wanted to use this. And so I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut. And I couldn't find the X-Acto knives when I was doing my helmet, which makes me sad, because that would have made things so much easier for me. But so it's okay if it's not perfect, because you can wrap it up. And then your hammer will go on there. And then you will wrap, the brown cloth around it to make it more like Mjolnir. So I'm gonna do that. First I'm gonna even this out a little. I don't think that's gonna work, but At least that will make it sit a little bit better on there. Okay, well that's fine. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna wrap around with brown cloth. I'll hot glue it on, and then I'll hot glue it onto Mjolnir. Like, but yeah, definitely make this bit wider because it's too small. And yes, it's a bit more boxy, but if you don't have a lot of time, or you're making a buttload of costumes like I am for one thing, and you have a deadline and you're freaking out, it's okay if it's not, as people will know what it is. That is the point, and it won't look bad. So if you get like a boxier Mjolnir, or it's skinnier, or it's shorter, don't beat yourself up about it. Each Mjolnir can be different. You don't know. It's a variant of Thor, you know? Well, that's what we'll say. It's a variant. So, yeah. I might cut this back a little bit just because it looks like it's curved. And yeah.